Hello, hello, hello. It's me, 09. And here is Mr. Fox. Ta-da! Uh, One day, I think we will need to give him proper art, not this image. Though, I don't know, do you like my cheap setup where I just use images in my browser? Or do you want me to like edit super zoomer like with music in the background and stuff? Well, to be fair, I just do how I like to watch this stuff where there is like something real. But well, today we'll be reviewing GARO Sentinel of the East. I think, yeah, this episode is episode 6, Sand Crush. So, mostly action-packed episode, but we have some interesting reveals. Well, not like one reveal. So, in the beginning of the episode, we see perspective of Lector, how he saves Ayura from falling to the darkness. Basically, she gets some Makai brush with power of horror, and it kinda possesses her, and he basically needs to seal it off, which we see damages his hand. It's odd that such artifact would even exist. It's not like Makai Order and Makai Priest doesn't use horrors or horror related things in their arsenal, but Makai Brush usually, from my knowledge, is used from more positive divine being, or rather spiritual being. Like, there is this moment in Makai Senki where there is whole episode about getting the brush blessed with power of this divine being. I don't remember how it was called. I really liked that episode. It was fun episode for without Makai Knights necessarily. Oh, to be fair, I don't remember if there wasn't. It was nice episode of Kaoru. But oh well. So Ryuga doesn't transform in the moment I seen it, or I don't know, maybe just it's kinda retcon that's in this episode. It's weird. So, but yeah, Ryuga fights some horror goons made by Garzas. Now we know it was Garzas created them, and they at one time overwhelm him and pin him down to get crushed by Sandstorm, but he uses Garo armor to pretty much finish most of them off. And yes, like, that was it with runes. So main boss appears. So this is Garza's. To be fair, he looks kinda like Lich King from World of Warcraft. But to be honest, this design isn't that it isn't even that bad. Like, I think it's something that would fit Keita and Amamiya style pretty well. It's not exactly the same thing, but there is creepiness to Garza's. His face, for example, seems to be petrified stone, and there are cracks on his eye sockets where it's very unsettling when you look at his eyes. And there is this kinda fleshy, stony texture to his armor as well. And also third eye that is pretty much seems to be like only organic thing about him. The same eye that we've seen possess the first horror we fight that was created by Garzas. Garzas doesn't talk in this episode at all. He barely makes sounds, which is not very usual for horror. A lot of horrors tend to speak to Makai Knight or to Makai Priest to taunt them, to make them fall into darkness, or just to get them off the balance. Garzas doesn't speak, and this kinda makes him somewhat more creepy, but also Garzas doesn't. Maybe it will be changed later, but at this moment I don't feel much character from him specifically. His powers are related to sound, like the other horror he created, and he can make this giant sword from sand. And also it seems that if you damage his body, he just turns into sand and reforms it. We see Ryuga pretty much try to kill him by this stupid finisher he got in last season, and he uses it, but Garzas just reforms and fights back. Garzas doesn't seem to like fight that hard, like doesn't seem to. He isn't that aggressive. You see, he can be fast, so it's not like he's heavy type, but he doesn't feel like he tries to kill Ryuga and Rector, which is odd for horror. So he probably has plans, or he just likes to play with his. I don't know even. He kinda laughs when sunset starts to. When the day starts. No, when the sun rises, he just stops and he vanishes. So that was odd. Though I can presume that his role was to slow back Ryuga and the reactor, so the water thing could do its thing without anybody stopping it. I still wonder what will be the thing with Village, because we don't see that at all, and to be fair, I think it would be much better if we see more of the Village story. Even though I hated it at the beginning, that's kind of funny that I changed my mind. So yeah, Rector tries to do something. He uses powerful barrier to trap Garzos, and then he detonates it. And like, Garzos doesn't even seem like he moved at all. So at the same time, he is very hard. He can tank a lot, and also he can regenerate with sand. That seems to be problematic. I wonder how they will fight him off. I still kinda wonder what's about the water thing. So we see somewhat with water thing at the end of the episode. So Elamina is still possessed, and we get confirmed that she isn't horror. She isn't vessel for horror, because when horror possesses you, you can reveal his identity as a horror using Makai Flame, which Rian uses her talisman to flash Makai Flame at Elamina eyes, and they don't turn into horror eyes. So when horror sees Makai Flames, the Makai writing shows or something similar shows on his eyes, and this is something that is consistent in pretty much all of GARO series. That if you are possessed by horror, you have horror eyes. When somebody flashes Makai Flame at your eyes. But yeah, Elamina and Rian fight, and Rian basically somewhat struggles, because she recognizes that Elamina is possessed by something, so she doesn't really fight with full force against her, but also so she tries to she kinda tries to make Elamina to lose focus, so Rian could surprise her and purge her from this water thing, which basically, when Ryan Sparks rather uses her brush on Ermina. It's kinda goes out of Ermina body and Ermina becomes like normal, I guess. But water thing and I live. It's kind. I don't know. It's strange that Rian didn't just look at this water thing and didn't try to examine it or destroy it. Because after Rian finishes her fight, she goes to Dragon's Gate, to Dragon's World, and at this time, this water thing just goes and attacks Eremina again. And will she again possess her or what? I'm not sure. It's pretty much odd. I would be more happy if we had revealed what was that thing more than Garza's reveal, because if Garza's looks fine, he also kinda looks like Dai Satan from it was GARO Sentinel Rangers, yeah, and yeah, he doesn't seem to have much character in his movement, and he also doesn't speak much. So there wasn't really that much emotional impact for me with him. The water thing spoke a lot and was taunting, and it was manipulating Eremina. So I was more curious what was that. Which is kinda odd when you have this you have this main horror which you feel his presence because he turned everything around you into desert, but there is this other thing that seems to be more important. Well, it could be also parts of Gaza that I don't really know how that would work. Like, what the hell? I'm curious what this will all be all about. I guess it's one of few great, I don't know yet. It's one of few moments when mystery in GARO is that's interesting. There are mysteries in GARO seasons, though they aren't. They are more. It's hard to describe. They are not really like mystery stories for the most part. There are some reveals about character that you get teased, but it's not like you watching it for mystery. It's more you watch for characters characters fighting demons and having bombastic demons with full-on interesting personality, which is different with this, where demons for now, at least outside of this water thing, seems to be more basic, I guess. Well, we'll see. I don't want to sound like I didn't like the episode. It wasn't the best one so far, but I had fun with it. Though I feel like it's too big of cliffhanger with the water thing and Garza's leaving, and we didn't even resume the thing with what was happening in the village. Is Ayura okay? I don't know. It's so not typical for this series. Well, maybe not. The thing is that I like the Koga stories the most. They are most Garo for me, and I like the Goldstorm and the movie Funk of the Gods, or God Funk, Kami no Kiba, which is very interesting that there is character in Garo series that has this title, and I presume he wasn't even that known for any specific armor. Which is, well, I will maybe do someday lore video about character with title of Kami no Kiba, which strangely isn't Garo. Yeah, this was the episode. I will, of course, as always, post link to the episode in the description, as well as a link to the channel of Garo Project. Support them, of course, if you want to see more Garo. And also, they have their own merch and stuff that they promote constantly there. You probably can also see much more episodes of Garo there. Still, I watch Garo. I now watch Garo there. From the translation isn't perfect. It somewhat feels automated, but it's the way you can support creators. Maybe in the DVD, the translation, DVD or rather Blu-ray translation is better. I don't know. And yeah, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Garo. Like the video if you like my content. And yeah. Goodbye, and remember, when you shine, darkness fades. Bye.